Hello, welcome back to HunterTuned. Today we're going to talk about some updates with HunterTuned.com and some new injectors that are now officially on the website, along with some new wiring adapters to go to your OBD2 Honda, your OBD1 Honda, from Denso, which is like sometimes like K-Series stuff, and other imports, to EV6, which is the new HunterTuned injectors. They're an EV6 connector, and I have most adapters to go down to EV6. Roxy says hello. I also have quite a few Bosch 210s available in stock, and some new custom HunterTuned locking top hats. So you guys know in the past we have ran those top hat adapters to convert like the LS or, you know, normal O-ring style down to the metric Honda size. These top hats look like these.
They look like what?
These. So these are the new top hats that I'm selling now. The old top hats worked okay, but when you did not have the fuel rail completely straight and the injectors seated like perfectly, they would leak sometimes. So this solves all of those issues that the old top hats had, and pretty much any top hat you're going to find on eBay or Amazon is not going to have this locking feature. So this is a really cool new product that I'm really proud to announce, and they all come with a brand new locking clip. So this little clip just holds the top hat onto the injector, and this adapts, clicks in there eventually when you find the spot. So this eliminates all of the top hat fuel leaking issues, because the locking clip holds the top hat exactly where it needs to be and converts it down to, you know, normal metric Honda size O-ring. So that's really cool, and it's a big safety thing, I think, because, you know, we want to keep fuel leaks out of these cars as much as possible. So that's something cool. And then the wiring adapters I just want to talk about quick are these, like for example, this is OBD2 Honda. So this is your stock, probably 96 to 2000. Is it focusing? Sorry.
No, it's not.
So these are the, this is an OBD2 version. So this side on here where my finger's pointing is OBD2. And this side is EV6. And these I'm calling my fail-proof adapter, wiring adapters. So pretty much what you will do is you'll plug this end into your new HunterTuned fuel injector. That clicks in like that. And these are a solid pin design. So it's just a pin that goes from the connection on the injector to your wiring harness. So there's really no room for error. Similar to like a this style adapter. This has a few spots to fail, and that's why I'm offering these. And I feel like they look better, and I feel like they're safer, less prone to failure. But these are the wiring adapters that people normally sell, and there's a pin over here, but you can see these ones are like loose. Can you see that on camera?
No, because it doesn't focus. Okay, now it is. There we go.
So you can see these wires in this kind of an adapter are loose, and the connection isn't usually the greatest with something like this. And there's 4 points for failure on something like this. Where with this, if your pin melts, that's the only really spot for failure. So that's why I'm not going to offer something like this. I'd rather offer something that I feel confident in. And always have the Bosch 210s as well available. I have 1000cc HunterTuned injectors for sale now, and 1500s, as well as the decap stuff and Bosch 210s. There's also a few different turbos and stuff that I can get you guys from VS Racing. I did list, I think I changed one of the 6262s is now offered in a journal bearing. So we used to sell a lot of journal bearing turbos, but VS Racing kind of strayed away from the old style and everything changed to the Gen 2 turbo stuff. So all the Gen 2 turbos were all ball bearing. There was no journal bearing option until now. So 6262s are available in journal bearing, and I believe maybe 58s coming in journal, but they are still always available in ball bearing, which is what I would recommend anyways. But guys on a budget, the journal bearing stuff still works great. So just wanted to kind of let you guys know that they're available now, and I've had numerous people actually test my injectors to make sure, like, okay, are these good? I want more than one opinion on these things, and I have them installed in like 5 or 6 different cars locally around here. And I also got VS Racing. Varen actually tested through his as new machine, and he said that they're a very stable core. They work up to 100 psi of base pressure. Just awesome stuff with these injectors, guys, and I'm so excited to finally be able to offer something that is budget oriented but quality at the same time. Yeah, you know, there's been a lot of cheap injectors out on the market, and I've had some of them. I've had a lot of issues with some of them, and that's why I started just doing the decap stuff, because it's the only budget friendly thing that actually works. Now we have more options, so that's really cool. And they're kind of right in the medium price range between something like a decap and something like a Bosch 210. There was nothing before that was like in the middle. You know, not everybody needs a 2200cc injector on their Honda build. These 1500s we've already made 650 wheel horsepower with on a B series car that I just tuned a couple days ago that you guys might see footage on soon. And they're awesome. They idle great. They're just okay. Anyways, I'm gonna quit babbling about my website, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I also wanted to share a few, or not a few, but just a customer in general that I just wanted to maybe ask you guys to not be this person. I try to help out as many people as I can, and sometimes it gets a little overwhelming. Sometimes messages get missed and stuff like that. So now I've actually recently added a service to my website that's called a phone consultation. This phone consultation will get you in contact with me. It is $100, and that $100 will come off of your service that you get from me later. So whether that be possibly, you know, some injectors or a turbo or something like that, that stuff will come off. That stuff will, or that $100 payment will get discounted from whatever parts you purchase from me. And it will also help you get scheduled to schedule a dyno tune with me through HunterTuned.com. I get a lot of messages every day, a lot of emails every day, and I feel like this is a lot smarter for me to stay organized. You can purchase that through the site, and then I can get in contact with you, and we can either schedule dyno tuning or whatever, instead of trying to fumble through all the messages and then message requests and then message on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, email, text messages. It gets overwhelming sometimes when I'm trying to get stuff done around the shop or help somebody else out. So I apologize about not getting back to everybody, but I'm trying to do my best, and I'm trying to grow and be successful here and help you guys out at the same time. But I do have a few of those customers that I don't know, they just don't get it, or they don't, or they just want somebody to yell at, kind of thing. I had a guy actually purchase some Bosch 210s from me back in March of this year, so about 6 months ago, and he was in a kind of a rush to get them. I actually have the emails here pulled up of this guy. He was in a rush to get them, and I said I don't have any here at the moment. It's going to be a couple days, but I actually talked to Varen at VS Racing, and I said, hey man, can you drop ship this guy 4 injectors for me, because I don't have any here and he's in a rush. So he said, no problem, I'm going to send them out. So we got them sent out to the guy, and he said that the dead times didn't come with, so I sent him the dead times that same day. All he said he received was the flow test. He didn't get any, he didn't get the battery offset, which I sent him after the email. So after that, he said thank you, and I didn't hear from him until July. So this was another 4 months later. I get a message saying, hey, sorry, I've been busy with my other car, I tuned my car on my 1000cc injectors, and I don't know why these don't work well on my car. The same fuel pressure as my others, and I used your dead times, and he said he put the car off and he didn't work on it or whatever, and he said that he wants to get a refund. I missed this email, and I don't know how I missed it, but I missed it. So he messages me tonight. I don't know what day it is today. September or something, late September.
27th.
September 27th. He says, you have terrible customer service. I said, hey man, I'm really sorry about this. It might have gotten sent to my spam or missed, because I clearly did not get back to this guy. And I apologized about that, and I just said I'm unclear of what's wrong with the injector that you purchased. These are all flow tested and matched before we send them out. I supplied you with the dead time data as well. I said maybe it's something to do with tuning, because 2200s require more than a typical 1000cc injector. A 1000cc injector is very easy to tune. A 2200, on the other hand, requires a little bit more finesse to get to run properly, especially on a small engine. You got to think a 2200cc injector half the time is bigger than the displacement of the entire engine of the car. Guys are putting these on 1.6 liters and 1.8 liters. You got to remember that, it's something to think about. So I said, what are you expecting for a refund? You purchased these in March and you used them, and I can't resell that Bosch injector again because it's used, unless somebody wanted to buy a used set of injectors that were initially supposed to be a new injector kind of thing. So I said, let me know if there's any way I can help. Here's my cell phone number. I gave my cell phone number, and about 5 minutes later, he called me while I was on the dyno with a Buick Regal that I was working on, and I wasn't able to answer the phone. So after that, he texted me and says, all this shit. You guys can pause the video if you want. But pretty much yelling at me, cussing me out, telling me I can't refund him on used injectors when my whole business lives on used injectors. I'm getting reported. I don't know what this guy's problem is. He's gonna blast me all over the internet. I'm a punk. I can't refund him. I'm broke. I'm too poor to give them their money back. And I'm trying to belittle him. Then he also sent me 3 emails simultaneously. All of this was in with like 3 minutes. These are the emails that he sent.
Are you gonna block out the email address?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm not gonna actually show this guy's name or whatever, because I'm not like that. So he says, the tuning was an issue. Tell PFI Speed that they're a subpar tuner. I'm a punk. So I'm like, and then he says worst company and even worse customer service. Reporting you to the Better Business Bureau. Tell me you can give me a refund, and then you tell me you can't resell used injectors. Shut the F up. You sell used injectors all day long. Ass wipe. Then he says, another email. This was all within like 2 minutes. Definitely blasting your punk A all over the internet.
Okay, you're gonna bleep that one out, but you just said it.
Tell me your punk ass all over the internet blasting me. Tell me you can't sell used injectors when your whole business lives on used injectors. I'm a piece of fucking shit. Whoa! Like, I was just trying to help you out. I even gave you my number. To try to help you out. But if you're gonna treat me like that, there ain't no way. I understand that people go through some shit, man, and some people are maybe not as stable as others or whatever, but man, don't come at me like that when I'm trying to help. I apologized about the delay in not seeing your email at first. That was my bad and my mistake, but man, I'm just
a one-man show?
I'm a one-man show with Christine. She's been a lovely assistant for me, helping, especially with the new injectors and stuff. We've been pounding these things out for you guys. But yeah, you guys, if you have purchased from me, most people, 99.9% of people that have purchased from me, I've tried to help as best as possible. But sometimes messages and stuff get missed, and I'm sorry about that. But
in conclusion, don't be this person or no one's going to help you.
Yeah, pretty much. So I just made sure, man, if PFI tuned this thing, I probably would have heard something or whatever, because I talk to Brent once in a while, and I just shot Brent a message, and I was like, hey man, did you tune this car? Did you have issues with these injectors, whatever? And Brent just replied, absolutely not. He said he has no idea. He does not good with names.
But even if he did have an issue.
Yeah, I just texted Brent asking him, did you have an issue or whatever? And he pretty much just said, any cars that come into the shop, don't leave with problems. We figure it out, we fix it, whatever. Kind of the same thing I try to do with every car that comes in my shop. But there is customers out there that I try to do everything with what they give me, and it's still not enough. I still have a local guy here that blasts me all the time on the internet telling everybody I'm a piece of junk because I talked down on his car supposedly, when all I did was just say what issues it had when I was tuning it. Yeah, and there's guys out there that say that Satan's after me and they threaten me with all this stuff. But just remember, guys, that I'm trying to do the best I can, and I apologize if I have upsetted you for any reason. I try to be the best guy I can. In conclusion, check out HunterTuned.com, and we'll try to help you out. Me and Christine, 2-man team now. One woman, 1 man. Is that better? It's a 2-man team.
2 people team.
I don't want to be sexist.
2 people team.
2 people team. We got a 2 people team now. I don't know. Thanks.
Apparently you're the nicer one, because I wouldn't have been so nice in this video.
For sure. Yeah. I don't even know. I have a really hard time putting my foot down, and I just try to be nice to everybody, no matter the circumstance.
Yeah.
And you don't understand why.
No, I just thought the whole point of this video was you're going to tell people not to do this. Don't be this person.
Yeah. It didn't work, did it?
I don't know. You were still really nice about it, which is fine. It just shows you're a good person.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we try to call this guy quick?
If you do something with your dog, because it's what time and she shouldn't be barking. The anticipation's real.
Right.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging.
Well, he did not hesitate to call me initially and then cussed me out. And then when I try to call him back, he doesn't answer. So I guess I'll let you guys know if he calls him back, but I don't think he's gonna. I texted him back and said, sorry, I'll call you shortly. I guess that wasn't good enough. I'm a goddamn punk. Is that good? Have a great night and a better tomorrow, guys. See you later.